forward could have a nice new look about it with a Belgian and, of course, a Portuguese geezer in the middle of the park. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at the new faces of Blackburn Rovers. That's right, the new signings and maybe even the returning face of a familiar foe. That's right. Who am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe. You want subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, transfer rumours, all that kind of good stuff. We've got it all here under one Ruski. That's right. A couple of new faces in, of course, midfield with the likes of Dion De Neve and Sidnei Tavares. That's right. But we've also got the returning face of Adam Forshaw. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you in a second. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash the old subscribe. We're going to take their thoughts and opinions of the Overseas Mafioso about those new arrivals and, of course, the returning face. But what about, of course, you guys? Well, we'll get to you guys in a minute. I want to hand you over to Eddie to talk all things Blackburn Rovers away day travel. What's he talking about? Well, I'll tell you. Go for it, Eddie.
Ewood Eddie here with some news on our brand new scheme we're looking to implement in the 2025-2026 campaign. What is it? Well, it's affordable away day travel. That's right, us at Blackburn Rovers hope to implement this brand new scheme for each and every one of the away days taking place in the upcoming campaign. Right now, we're just in the planning stages and we want to know if you are interested in away day travel for the upcoming season. Now, what I need you to do now is, of course, go to this link on the screen right about now. It's a QR code, or maybe drop down in the old description to follow the URL and fill out your name and, of course, maybe some contact information that we can reach out to you when we are 100% committed. Just a reminder that this is just the planning stage of this service. Nothing is 100% as of yet. But the more numbers and the names that we get down in the next few weeks, then, of course, then we'll have the ability to make this happen for you guys. Again, looking at what's available at the moment, this does look like an affordable option if we can get the support from you guys. And again, it's just a fantastic way for you to support the channel in another way. Back to you, Dirk, in the studio.
Appreciate that, Eddie. Thanks again. Now let's get into the meat of the matter. Talk about the new faces that have arrived and what we think about these new faces. Hand them over to the boys. That's right.
Yeah, well, again, every cloud has a silver lining, and our silver lining is, of course, this guy. That's right. Adam Forshaw is back. You thought we got rid of him. You thought you got rid of him, but no, he's here, and he's still here. And he's still bloody here. Thoughts on Forshaw coming back, John T? Of course, it does leave some, or at least a little bit of maybe some lingering questions. Perhaps is he here to play regular football? Are we going to lose anybody in that defensive midfield slot, or is he here just for squad depth?
I think. When I heard the news, I thought as long as we get other players, if we sign 6 or 7 players, then yeah, it's all right. I'm all right with him. But if this is the sort of grounding of things to come, then I've got grave concerns. I think we've made a couple of exciting signings, which I'm sure we're going to come on to. Don't know that much about them, to be fair, but equally, Adam Forshaw he's not going to get anybody excited. I can't see us selling anybody with whatever his squad number is and Forshaw across the back sort of thing. He's not that kind of player, but he's. I feel a little bit sorry for the guy because when he came in, he didn't come in with the best reputation. He's not going to be a game changer, but he'll do some of the ugly stuff brilliantly, and he'll get stuck in. And from what I saw of him, he did give 110%, and what more can you ask for, sort of thing. So, yeah. But like I say, it all depends who we get in and around him now, or more importantly, if somebody like Travis or Tronstad leaves, he's kind of got to step up, hasn't he? And he might be one of those players, like I've said about Buckley, just needs more game time, and the more he plays, the better he'll get, sort of thing. Who knows? But obviously, age isn't on his side, sort of thing. So he'll have to hit the ground running. But long answer to your short question, did it excite me? Categorically not. No.
Well, of course, he isn't the only guy that we have brought in. Yes, we have made some early door moves. Some, actually, both of them costing a bit of some money. And here is one of them. Dion De Neve is his name. He's from Belgium. wide man, they call him, down the left-hand side. I think his track record is as a left wing back, but looking like he's going to be playing further up the field if what the conversation is happening on social media and around the parts there. Denver, anything on this guy, or is that news to you?
No, well, of course, when we signed him, didn't know loads about him, but what I've seen and the numbers that, of course, I've been branded about. Look, I can't say, oh, this guy's going to be the best thing that's happened to Blackburn Rovers, or I don't know anything about it. I've not seen him play. I've not seen him kick a ball other than when we signed him. He did a few kicky uppies, but it looks positive. The likes of like Yuki, he could be another one of them, but we have to wait and see what he's going to bring to the plate. The Belgium league doesn't exactly scream to me that he was in the Belgium league, but his team just got relegated to the second division. And looking at his numbers, it doesn't scream to me. This guy's going to be a superstar and he's going to jump right in and really impress. But at the same time, we're not signing those players because other teams above us will be signing those players with a bit more money. So he looks interesting. I'm excited to see what we've got. He's a player out wide. My only thinking is, of course, Cargo plays out there, but maybe a bit more of a defensive left mid, and Cargo maybe play more towards the forward three potentially, if that's the shape that we're going to play. But again, it's so early days. We signed him a few weeks back, and I'm hoping that we've got a really, really talented, good player coming into the squad here, and will challenge those positions, but even replace and be better than like a Dolan. But only time will tell. We could have another Sigurdsson on our hands and not work out.
Speaking of Sigurdsson, Jacob's here. Here he is. He's his biggest fan. Jacob, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you giving up a bit of your busy day. I know you're a busy man, and you got to get whining and dining and all that kind of stuff. So appreciate that. Sorry about any technical snafus, but we're talking about some new arrivals. Dion De Neve coming in from Belgium. Bit of a bargain, perhaps. Unknown entity. Does it get you excited about going back to Ewood?
I mean, we got Maktar from the Belgian league, didn't we? And there's a few differing opinions here as to how that signing's gone, I suppose. But yeah, I'm glad we've gone and picked this guy up. I mean, obviously, we've got Pickering and Ribeiro already, so it makes you question, I suppose, why we've gone and got another left back. But obviously, Owen Beck's departure, we all did see, to be fair, once Pickering got injured, it did kind of leave Beck in a position last season where he knackered himself out in the end, didn't he? Playing as many games as he did because we didn't have any other options. So not a bad thing, but it wouldn't have been my first priority anyway in terms of the squad. In terms of the player itself, he's an unknown entity, isn't he? We'll have to see how he gets on, but there's plenty of challenge there, which is good to see.
Oh, that's right. But he wasn't the only new addition. We also spiced up our midfield again. This guy, Sidnei Tavares, still again another bit of an unknown identity here. But early.
Is Travers the Travis replacement? That's what I'm wondering.
Well, that's where I'm leaning towards. But this guy is allegedly more of a box-to-box midfielder, so it would provide a bit more creativity, a bit more going forward than the Tronstad Travis mold of old. Does that mean? Does it mean that the Big Val style of play will see the departure of one of the current TNT in replacement of a new style TNT with Travis, or whatever his name is, Traversy and Tronstad, Traversy Travis. It's going to be a bit of a tongue twister here. Denver, you can jump in on this one.
I think it's early to say. I think in the head of Rovers, if you're looking at it, you know that there's going to be some interest in Trav. I mean, all the drama and all the dilemma and how much of it, he's a captain now and how well, especially with the likes of Derby and your lower clubs in the sense of, your Rex and your Birmingham with a bit of money who want to spend the money on these players. In the back of your head, you're probably thinking, if the right offer comes in, you're probably going to accept. You know, how old is he now? 26, 27? He's around there now, so he's coming into his prime. How much of a sell-on value? You know, and these are the things that are going to be going through our, their heads. They're going to be thinking, how much money can we get out of this player? Look, if we decide to keep him, how many more years is he going to get? Is he going to be that next player? Is that going to be that Adam Wharton? Is he? You're probably not. So this is probably the best amount of money you're going to get out of a player like this. And then you could bring someone in who could potentially be that next player. So financially, you're looking at it going, yeah, if the right offer comes in now, while he's, you'll take it. From the footballing side of things, you're a bit gutted, especially with a player who's come through the academy. And when we say through the academy, he did sign from Liverpool when he was, 15, 16. So pinch of salt, he came through the academy. But he's been here for 10 plus years, and it'll be sad to see him go. But money talks in football, like I said, with the women's team, with whatever, the academy. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And if a good fee comes in for Trav, as much as I don't want to see him go, I understand. And hopefully the replacements do replace a Trav and better it. But wait and see. You never know. You could see him next to Trav, and no one comes in for Trav because no one wants him. And this just all seems silly. But yeah.
Yeah, well, one thing about Mr. Sidney, Big Sid here, he is rocking the new 150th anniversary outfit or jersey, and of course, it is our 150th year. We are celebrating that in many ways here. But the new kit is out. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks again for coming into the old chat there and talking all things new faces of Blackburn Rovers. Hopefully, we have some new ones coming at you very soon to add to the squad. But right now, a couple of little youngsters to add to the mix. Again, I'm going to hand you back over to Eddie to talk all things Blackburn Rovers 150 memories. Eddie, tell them what you're talking about.
Hey, with Eddie back once again, but this time I don't want your money. No, I want your name, your voice, your Rovers memories. That's right. We started a social media project over on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, showcasing 150 Blackburn Rovers memories. I've asked fans from around the globe to drop their Rovers memories, but of course I need more of them. That's right. 150 is a big number, and we need some more, and that's where you come in. That's right. Whether it's the best player, best goal, best shirt, best moment in regards to Blackburn Rovers, I want to hear about it. So if you want to do that, again, follow that link. There is also one down in the description, and drop it in there. Of course, that memory will be featured over on Twitter on a day of its own, and then of course together in a master video when we drop it on November the 5th to celebrate Blackburn Rovers 150th anniversary. So please do me a favour and drop your Rovers memory. But anyway, once again, back to Dirk to wrap up.
I appreciate that, Eddie. Thanks again for your insight. Again, please, we're trying to get 150 memories together, and we need your help. So please do that. Drop them in the old Google folder there, and of course we'll put them on the Twitter and hopefully in the master plan later on. But until then, guys, we'll be back whenever, of course, we get some new news over at Blackburn Rovers. But until then, I'm out.